You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show.
Broadcasting live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Time, exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
This is sports talk for the people.
Follow Stewart Media and Entertainment right now on Facebook to stay connected and locked in for upcoming events like the Couples and Cocktail Series, viewing parties, and much, much more. Up next, get ready to ride raw with the Doug Stewart Show.
This is sports talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce, the Doug Stewart Show.
Exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STEW to play for free. That's STEW for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STEW, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STEW. This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area, all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the #1 thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta, where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736, or online at System5ElectronicsInc.com. That's System5ElectronicsInc.com. Hey, wait, get your hands off that dial. Now, today's show isn't live, but it's kind of live. As a matter of fact, it's very live. Yes! This is a rebroadcast of the Doug Stewart Show. Don't turn the dial. Stay here. Yeah, the Doug Stewart Show.
You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised.
Do you want that real sports talk? Unfiltered, unsanitized? Well, you have found it. This is a revolution in radio. The realest, trillest sports talk show in America. The Doug Stewart Show. This is sports talk for the people. Yes! What's happening? Yes! Oh, this is a great day. This is going to be a great day. Yes, this is going to be a fantastic day. On a Monday, too, we got to bring it back. We got to bring it back. Yes! I kill me. Yeah, thank you for joining your boy on the Doug Stewart Show. May 4th, 2015. And, oh boy, we got a lot to get into. This is the day that a lot of people have dreaded for many, many years now. And it's finally here. Yes! Shouts out to all my Stewies. Everybody already in the chat room, getting the chat on, doing what we do on the Doug Stewart Show. If you're a new listener to the Doug Stewart Show, man, thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Yes, Doug Stewart, one half of the Two Live Stews. And I got my own show now, man. Been doing it for about 8 months. So if you're new, just know that it's the stews, but it's only one stew. But one stew is better than no stew. Yes, sir. We have a great time around here Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pass the word and tell people. Trust me, you're going to have a good time. If you're listening to the show, follow the show on Spreaker.com and then jump in the chat room and be totally interactive. Speaking of the chat room, shouts out to everybody already in the chat room. All my Stewies. Shouts out to Mocha Bella, Vince Wright, That Ninja, Jungle Brother, Rail Scott, Vern from Jersey. Shouts out to you all. Yes. All right, so obviously we watched the fight down at the Tavern Restaurant this weekend in the SWATs, Southwest ATL, off of Campbellton Road. Had a fantastic turnout. The place was sold out. Every single table was bought. It was a fantastic time. You know the outcome of the fight. Floyd Mayweather Jr. did, in fact, beat Manny Pacquiao by unanimous decision. So Floyd gets the first baller of the week. And indeed, fat meat is greasy. We talked about this last week. Fat meat is greasy. A lot of people don't want to believe it, but until they bite into it and they taste it and all the grease just slides through their mouth, some people have a hard time accepting that fat meat is actually greasy. And it is actually greasy. And I said it a little bit earlier, man. Today is a fantastic day because for many, many, many years, the Floyd Mayweather detractors have come on this show, have come on the Two Live Stews, have gone out on the airways, and just talked about this man so maliciously. You know, there's not a lot of things, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I just thought about this. There's not a lot of things you can say to a grown-ass man more offensive than calling him a coward. And Eugene Jackson comes to mind, listening to the Doug Stewart Show. A lot of people in media, Teddy Atlas, Joe, whatever his freaking name is, Tessitore, whatever his name is, this weekend just bashing Floyd Mayweather Jr. We're going to talk about this fight all day long today, and I want to get your thoughts, but this is something that you need to remember. And this was kind of glazed over this past weekend after this win for Floyd Mayweather Jr. They call the sport the sweet science for a reason. Okay? Now, I said it the first thing after the fight was over. It wasn't the most exciting fight. It's pretty boring, but guess what? In effect, that's what Floyd Mayweather has done his entire career. Okay? He's fought that exact same fight his entire career, and it's done him well. It's got him to 48-0. All right? And I don't know what people expected to happen in this fight that didn't happen in the past 47 fights that this dude has had, but you are sadly mistaken. All right? The man is a tactician. And we're talking about scientists and the sweet science. He's probably the greatest scientist or one of the greatest scientists in the history of boxing. And it was unbelievable to me, and it's still unbelievable to me, even after this man beats Pacquiao, that everybody in America always talks about how Floyd doesn't fight anybody. I took the liberty and the time to write down a couple of names that Floyd Mayweather has beaten over his career. You know, he doesn't fight anybody. You remember he beat Diego Corrales, super featherweight champ, 33-0 at that time. Arturo Gatti. Floyd landed 168 punches to 41. Zab Judah, unanimous decision. Carl DeMos Baldemir hadn't lost a fight in 8 years until he fought Floyd. Oscar De La Hoya, the night that De La Hoya and Floyd fought, this is an interesting thing about that one. De La Hoya picked up 10 pounds in between the weigh-in and the fight. So Floyd, in effect, was fighting a dude much bigger than him, and he beat the great Oscar De La Hoya. And people don't talk about that. Ricky Hatton, you remember Ricky Hatton? He was undefeated, and Floyd knocked his ass out. Marquez, you know Marquez did. Marquez had the epic battles with Manny Pacquiao, knocked Pacquiao the F out in their last fight. Victor Ortiz, Miguel Cotto, Canelo Alvarez, Maidana, Shane Mosley, and the other night, the great Manny Pacquiao. Now, as I said a couple of minutes ago, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, the fight was not aesthetically pleasing, and I think that everybody in America, or let me say this, the novice boxing fan expects to see Hagler versus Hearns the first 2 rounds or whatever it was. That's what they expect to see every single time, but that's not boxing, okay? That is not boxing, all right? Floyd Mayweather Jr., and I've said this for many, many years, and you scoff at me, and you talk about me, and you point, and you wave, and you mock me. Floyd Mayweather is one of the greatest fighters in the history of the sport. He thinks he's the best ever. I don't know if we can even argue with him. I wouldn't say he's the best fighter ever, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I wouldn't say he's the best fighter ever, but how can I argue with him? The man has dominated the sport for 19 years. He's made more money than anybody in the history of sports, not just boxing, at the time that they were playing or doing their prospective sport. The man's made more money this year than any other athlete in the history of the world. Okay? So who are we to argue? The problem is, and you saw a lot of the tweets and the Facebook posts that I placed in my social networks after the fight. The problem is, and why everybody's upset and talking about, all the negative aspects of the fight and the fact that it wasn't this slugfest, the problem is that y'all thought it was going to be something different. In the famous words of Marlowe in The Wire, when he was talking to that security guard that came into the convenience store, you want it to be one way, but it's not. It's not. You want it to be one way, but it's not. See, y'all thought, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, y'all thought that Manny Pacquiao was going to come in there and dominate. That Manny Pacquiao would be the Tasmanian devil. He would be the Roberto Duran-like fighter that we've seen throughout his career, and that was going to be it. And somebody was going to beat the bad Floyd Mayweather Jr. But such is not the case. The great Manny Pacquiao, yeah, you need to sit down and listen to this. Don't go anywhere. You've been talking for the last 5-6 years. You need to sit down and listen to this. The great Manny Pacquiao was reduced to an amateur fighter the other night. And here's the thing about it. All the names I just read you, the Diego Corrales of the world, the Zab Judas of the world, the Victor Ortizes of the world, the Miguel Cottos of the world, they all came into their fights with Floyd Mayweather Jr., and everybody said this is the guy that's going to do it. And that's what we heard over the last couple of weeks, the last month or so, about Manny Pacquiao. That's what we've heard over the last 5 years. And when he got into the ring, everything that you thought you were going to see went out the window. You know why? Because he was in the ring with an all-timer. Ball award to Floyd Mayweather Jr. Fat meat is greasy. It is. Fat meat is greasy as hell, and I told y'all. I've been telling y'all for 5 years. Eugene Jackson, I hope you listening. I told you. This is something that I know. I love sports in general. Boxing is probably my second favorite sport of all time. Okay? I'm a fan of the sport. Okay? All right? The styles that make the fight. Everybody will tell you that. All right? Stop being a surface dude. All right? Stop talking about, he wasn't fighting and he ran this, that, and that. How the hell he ran when he landed double the punches? Come on, man. Just stop it. You're better than that. And Teddy Atlas and Joe Tessitore, whatever his freaking name is, and all of these haters out there talking about Floyd Mayweather Jr. ain't in the annals of so-and-so and so-and-so. I know one thing. Once again, I'll repeat it. The man don't got a loss. The man has made great fighters look average throughout his entire career. The man took home $100 million the other night. And maybe that's what you're mad about. Maybe you're mad because the guy is very braggadocious, he's arrogant as hell, and he throws it in your face, and the man made you and everybody that thought that Pacquiao had a chance in this thing, the man made y'all look like fools. All right? Floyd Mayweather Jr. can't damn read barely, allegedly. But he knows how to count. That Mickey Ficky knows how to count. He knows business, and damn it, he knows how to box. So stop it. Stop it with the puppet factory and the derived, contrived narratives you try to throw out there about this man. And I'm losing my religion right now. And my pressure is going up, but I'm tired of it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. And old punk-ass Manny Pacquiao, I lost a lot of respect for his ass after the fight. I lost a lot of respect for him. Talking about his shoulder hurt. Man, we all hurt. Floyd Mayweather Jr. been talking about his damn hands been hurting for the last 6, 7, 8 years. And you come out after you get your ass thoroughly whipped and talk about you thought you won the fight and you got a hurt shoulder? Just stop it. Just stop it. My homeboy, Gary Zink, I love you. Eugene Jackson, I don't love you, but, I'm calling your name out because you are one of those big detractors. Y'all need to just stop it. You need to just stop it. And damn it, if you thought you were going to come on here and not hear me go off, you're crazy. Something's wrong with you. You call this man out of his name for over 5 years. You called him out of his name. And Manny Pacquiao, at the end of the night, looked like a freaking amateur. He didn't know what the hell to do. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that when I get into this fight. And then when he got in there, he looked like a freaking amateur. I'm going to read a lot of your chat today. I got to get my pressure down. I got to do some yoga in here for a minute or two. But damn it, the chickens have come home to roost today on the Doug Stewart Show. Where you at? Where you at? Where are you at? Oh, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where all the haters at? Oh! Oh!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
So I'm probably 6. So Jesse Bryant rolls by, and I remember it like it was yesterday. He rolls by in his truck, and for some reason, something in my mind says, pick up a rock and throw it at Jesse. And I hit his truck. And not only did I hit his truck, it was a damn good throw and aim because it hit his windshield. And it cracked his windshield. So he stops and jumps out of the truck. I don't think anybody saw me, but he jumps out and, Isaac, so your grandson hit my truck with a rock. They had a little conversation. I'm like, oh, man, this is bad. This is bad. And sure enough, my grandfather walks up and sees this nick on the windshield. And Jesse rolls away, and I know I'm in trouble. My daddy not around. My mother not around. And my grandfather reaches down, and this is God is my witness. Strike me down right here. My grandfather reaches down and pulls off a branch from a rose bush. Yes, just drags his arm and pulls off the leaves. Thorns are still applied to said switch. You get your ass whooped with a switch is bad enough, but a thorny switch? Oh my gosh. So he commences to busting my ass with a thorny switch. Yes. And you know I was marked up from head to toe. Now, that's probably child abuse. Not saying that what Adrian Peterson didn't do was child abuse either, but that was child abuse. That's a deadly weapon. And this is no lie. You're listening to The Doug Stewart Show. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play. So, you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. I mean, even when the show's not live, it's still live. Yes! Yeah, you know what I mean. This is the Doug Stewart Show, a rebroadcast of the Doug Stewart Show. Yeah, that's what it is. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing? This is the Doug Stewart Show. And talking about the top 5 worst sports uniforms of all times. I'll give you number 5 on my list here in a second. We're also going to talk about Steph Curry. But a couple things I need to remind you about. This segment is brought to you by System 5 Electronics. And they're proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area the most affordable home security monitoring systems featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle for as little as $16.50 per month. And also, if you give them a call right now, my good friends at System 5 Electronics, you get a free driveway probe with the purchase of a smart solution system. It's a wireless device that alerts you whenever a vehicle enters or exits your driveway. You'll receive a notification on your smartphone while you're at home or away. The driveway probe will alert you when unexpected visitors are on your property, which will prompt you to access your cameras. You can get all this from System 5 and see exactly who the hell it is. Yes, sir. So you can't beat that with a stick. So check them out. Get in contact with them at System 5, the number 5, electronicsinc.com. Or you can give them a call at 404-756-0736. Here's the great part about it, man. If you ever have an issue with your security alarm system with System 5, I doubt that you will, though, you can ask to speak to the owner. I mean, the owner's actually going to talk to you because you listen and you heard about them from me, the Doug Stewart Show. The owner's name is Mr. Maceo Brown. Yes, sir. Maceo Brown. You asked to speak to Maceo and tell him that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. He will take care of you. All right, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. The Golden State Warriors guard Steph Curry, a story has come out about this guy, and I'm sure you've heard about it once again. He's a single-season three-point record holder, okay? He connected allegedly, and I got to put allegedly in front of this. He connected allegedly on 77 straight threes in a practice on yesterday. What? 77 straight three-pointers. He took 100 of them. He hit 94 of them, allegedly, okay? But he hit his first 77 in a row. And I don't even know how this became a story or who reported it. I'm actually looking right now on the puppetfactory.com, and there's not a writer to the story. Like, this is almost like some type of urban legend, a.k.a. a damn lie, okay? It's impossible. I'm just going to tell you my thoughts right now, and if you're different, if you think different, if you're in the chat room and you believe this, you tell me. Tell me why you think this is possible. If you played any basketball before, if you've watched any three-point shooting contest before in your life, in the NBA, you'll know that this is a damn lie. And I'm sorry. I got to call a spade a spade. Now, they actually had a little bit of video, it looked like from somebody's cell phone or whatever, of Steph Curry taking three-pointers. But in that little short videotape, you actually saw him miss. Okay, so I don't know when that was. That could have been taped 2-3 years ago. I have no clue. But the man did not shoot 77 three-pointers in a row and make them. That's impossible. Do you disagree with me? Hit me up in the Spreaker chat on Spreaker.com. What are your thoughts on that? I say it's a damn lie. I almost think this is some type of like publicity stunt or whatever. It almost feels like that there's a commercial campaign coming along talking about his exploits and shooting three-pointers. Like there's something coming after this that you're going to find out that this wasn't true, that this was just something made up, and it was something for publicity. But you tell me if you believe that a man, that if it's possible to hit 77 three-pointers in a row, that's impossible. I mean, you're talking about even a good shot. All right, if you take that many three-pointers at some point within the 77 shots, even if you take a good shot, you're going to hit the rim a little bit, and it's going to rim out. So what you're saying is he shot 77 three-pointers and didn't touch the rim? That's a damn lie. Now, I kind of get the feeling from listening to everybody else, and they're all politically correct, and they don't want to call BS on this crap or whatever, and they're just taking it for what it's worth. And I guess that's the politically correct thing to do, but not on the Doug Stewart Show. No way. I'm calling BS on that. I call BS on Steph Curry, his lying ass. He's a lying Mickey Ficky. And I don't know if it's actually him or his publicist or maybe one of his teammates that just floated that out there for laughs and for funny. But let me ask you, do you believe that a man can hit 77 three-pointers in a row? I don't believe it at all. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. All right, so the top five worst uniforms in sports. And I absolutely love my list. And this all stems from the Cleveland Browns showing off their new team uniforms last night, which is crazy because the uniform doesn't look any damn different than the day before once again. The color pattern is just horrible. I think, and here's a common theme to bad uniforms, and I think I may have said this before, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Any uniform with brown in it is just horrible from the rip. And so you can talk about your Cleveland Browns, your Wyoming Cowboys that got that brown and yellow stuff going on. Anytime, for the most part, 9 times out of 10, you got brown in your uniform, you got doo-doo brown in your color scheme, it's not good. It's just not good. And so coming in at number 5, they don't have any brown, but coming in at number 5 on my list is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Creamsicle Buccaneers. And I guess probably there should be some of that. Now, it's all on your taste. But I've heard people actually say they actually like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers old school creamsicle uniforms. And I don't even know what the technical color is of that orange that they used to have. Maybe it is creamsicle. I don't know. It looks just like a creamsicle. But it was horrible. It was horrible. Maybe because it was so unique and it was kind of like fluorescent or whatever. And back during that times, teams really didn't have fluorescent type bright colors like that, so it kind of seemed out of place. Nowadays, you see a lot of teams wearing, fluorescent type colors. There's a lot of different color schemes of college football teams and college teams in general. I know, like for instance, the Seattle Seahawks, they have this fluorescent green right now, so it's much more accepted right now. And some people will tell you that Seattle uniform is horrible right now in itself. But back then, you're talking late 70s, whenever the Tampa Bay Buccaneers came into the league for a long, long time, until they moved over to that pewter color and that red color, which was a great, great upgrade. Until they moved up to that, they had the creamsicle jerseys for a long time. They were just absolutely horrible, man. And I guess that's kind of why they played so bad for such a long time as well. And I really, really believe that. You look good, you play good. You look horrible, your psyche, your mind ain't going to be right if you're playing in an ugly-ass uniform. Trust me on that, okay? And I really think that was part of the problem with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And you figured out, you realized it very quick. When they changed their uniform, they changed their mindset, they changed their culture, and they went on to win a Super Bowl. No, I'm just saying. I mean, it's not coinky-dink. It is not a coinky-dink, all right, that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers changed their uniform, and then a couple of years later, they went on to win in a Super Bowl in the NFL. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. What are your thoughts on the Cleveland Browns uniform, their new uniform that was displayed or showed last night at this little fashion show type thingy that they had? What are your thoughts on that? All right, 404-382-0338. Do you believe that Steph Curry hit 77 three-pointers in a row? I mean, me or the studio audience don't believe that crap. We don't believe that crap one bit. And so what are your thoughts on that as well? This is the Doug Stewart Show, the realest, treeless sports talk show in America. What we're going to do on the Doug Stewart Show is we're going to read a lot of chat when we get back from the break. We also got to talk about birthdays. We do that every single day. Shouts out to all of my Stewies once again. Shouts out to everybody in the chat room. I appreciate the love. Shouts out to William Mack, Jungle Brother, That Ninja, Jersey Vern, Casey, Miss Mocha Bella. Yeah, I appreciate it all, man. Thank you so much for joining me on the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, sir. Yeah. Steph Curry. Who the hell you think you are, Ron O'Neal or something? Steph Curry, you ain't Ron O'Neal, bruh. You are not Ron O'Neal. You don't hit no 77 three-pointers in a row. That's crazy. All right, when we get back from the break, man, you know how they always talk about the Wonderlic and how these guys do at the combine on their Wonderlic test? And it's a test basically to evaluate your aptitude, your smarts. And the word has come out on what Marcus Mariota and what Jameis Winston did on this test. A little bit better than you probably would have guessed. That's all I'm going to tell you. All right, so we'll talk about that. I'll read some of your chat. We'll continue talking about the top 5 worst sports uniforms of all times. All right, coming up next on the Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away. Keep it locked. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there. All right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes!
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
Now, 2 things, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. First of all, you're going to have us to believe, Shayana Jenkins, you're going to have us to believe that you, a black woman, didn't look inside of this damn box. That's a lie. And then the second big part of this whole thing is you, Come on, Tree. Come on, Tree. What black woman you know in America is going to be told to do something nefarious sounding like that and not take a peek inside the damn box?
You better stop.
You stop. And the second thing Shayana's going to have us to believe is that you took this box that you didn't look in, and you being a black woman, you took this box and don't know where you dumped it at? You discarded this secret box and don't know where? Come on, man. And another thing about black women, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and I'm an expert on black women. All of the black women I know, and I've had this conversation about, about this Aaron Hernandez trial, and what do you think that his girlfriend's going to do when she testifies, this, that, and the other. Everybody that I talk to, and I kind of get the feeling from talking to black women that they ain't trying to do no time for nobody. Yes.
Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern. The Doug Stewart Show. Sports talk, straight, no chaser.
This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the number one thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta, where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736, or online at System5ElectronicsInc.com. That's System5ElectronicsInc.com. Hey, wait, get your hands off that dial. Now, today's show isn't live, but it's kind of live. As a matter of fact, it's very live. Yes! This is a rebroadcast of the Doug Stewart Show. Don't turn the dial. Stay here. Yeah, the Doug Stewart Show. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing? This is the Doug Stewart Show. Paying homage to the great Outcast. Come on. Thank you so much for joining your boy on this Tribute Tuesday. Talking about Tom Brady, Deflategate, Patriots, Belichick, all of them. I'm going to read some of your chat here in a second. You can hit me up on the Spreaker chat on Spreaker.com. As well as give me a call at 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. And I do feel like, man, that there's an asterisk by Tom Brady's name. They always want to give asterisks to everybody else. You know, everybody talks about an asterisk to Barry Bonds and an asterisk to A-Rod and Rafael Palmeiro and Sammy Sosa. There's always talking about asterisks because they were cheating. And I said it a couple of months ago when this story first broke. I have taken Tom Brady down as the number one quarterback that I've seen play the game of all time. I had him at number one, and that took a lot for me to do to put him over Joe Montana. But I feel like that it's necessary. I can't put this guy because I don't know the extent of what they've been doing. You understand? I don't know how long they've been doing it. I talked about that a little bit early in today's show, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. He could have been doing this since 2002. We don't know. We do not know. Now, the rule officially became a rule, I think in 2007, but we don't know how long, especially after that they've been doing this. I tend to believe they've been doing it a long time. So, yeah, Brady was number one on my list of all-time greatest quarterbacks. He's off the top 5. I've taken him completely out of the list. I have, yes. Yeah, but Doug, it didn't help them win a Super Bowl. You don't know that. You don't know nothing, Jack. You don't know what it meant to this team as far as them winning games. You do not know. Okay, that's speculation to say that this didn't help them win football games. You don't know. And I would tend to think that it did. They got a rule about it, and they did it. This segment is brought to you by Ticket Liquidator. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers to give you the opportunity to attend the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. If you ever need tickets to anything, all right, call my folks at Ticket Liquidator. The goal is to bring you more tickets, better service, and lower prices so that you can be there to witness the best the world of entertainment, culture, and sports has to offer. Give them a call at 3034. Shouts out to new sponsor, Ticket Liquidator. I didn't mention it yesterday. 855-638-3034. Once again, that's 855-638-3034. And make sure you tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. All right, today's birthday, let me get this out of the way. Today's birthdays, Steve Smith, who's one of my favorite players of all times, turns 36 years old today. He's only 36? I guess he is only 36. I guess that makes sense. He's 36 years old today. Former Carolina Panther, Baltimore Raven, one of the scrappiest dudes. Steve Smith will fight your ass. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Steve Smith will fight him. I love the heart of that dude, man. Kim Fields is 46 years old today. Always love that girl. You talk about a crush. Tree, jump on for a second here, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. All right, so
you had a crush on her.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's probably the best term I could come up with. We were the same age, but I mean, hell, she was on TV and she was a star, and she had big old tiggle bitties.
You had a crush on.
I had a crush. I had a crush on Kim Fields and Thelma from Good Times. I mean, there'll never be anybody to touch Thelma from Good Times. And on the mic with me right now is Tree, the producer to the Doug Stewart Show. So you were telling me an interesting little fact about Kim Fields a little bit earlier.
Yeah. So do you remember, like, especially in the beginning, she was always on roller skates on The Facts of Life. That was because she was so short, and the camera guys needed her to be lifted, so to speak.
Right. That's kind of funny when you talk about Kim Fields.
Yeah, so they made her roll around on skates for like 2 or 3 seasons.
I do remember that. I remember her always being on skates, and that kind of makes sense. They always want a certain height. You know, in Hollywood, they like shorter people to a large degree.
Really?
They like shorter people with big heads. You ever notice how big the heads are on some of these actors? Look at some of these actors. These actors got big-ass noggins.
So they're going to be calling you.
Here you go. So Kim Fields is 46 years old today. Thank you, Tree. Ving Rhames is 56 years old today. Happy birthday to the great Ving Rhames. Shelled out a good career for himself. You not a Ving Rhames fan?
No, I wanted to ask you, like, whenever I hear his name, the very first thing I think of is cooking butt naked.
Baby boy.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that the first? No, I guess maybe I don't think of that because I'm a dude. But the first thing I think of when I think of Ving Rhames, I think of Pulp Fiction. I think of Pulp Fiction and the character he played in that movie. Probably, obviously, his biggest role, but he's also been in Out of Sight, Baby Boys, you just mentioned. He also played Don King in Only in America. I think that was an HBO movie. Dawn of the Dead, Rosewood. You remember him in Rosewood, Con Air. So happy birthday to the great Ving Rhames, Kim Fields, and Steve Smith. Let me read some of your chat here and hit me up on the Spreaker chat on Spreaker.com. Niner for life. They are still the champs. Oh, Niner for life. How are you Niner for life, man? Okay, I'm thinking that's alluding to something with the San Francisco 49ers. But then you're sounding like you're a fan of the Patriots. So anyway, Niner for Life says they are still the champs, and he put a lot of exclamation points behind it. Plus, the game returns is against the Colts. Who writes this? Plus, the game he returns is against the Colts. Oh, okay, yeah. The game that Tom Brady returns, if it bears out that he is going to serve 4 games as suspension, the game that he comes back is against the Colts. From Grego, it's so ironic that Brady is returning against the Colts. From Detroit, Matt, Brady should have gotten 8 games, and that's coming from a Michigan fan. Wow. You agree with me. Dollars and cents. Ninja wasn't asked to turn over his phone, but damn, I would like to see Giselle bunching naked out loud. Okay, so what you're saying is that maybe Brady didn't want to turn over his phone to the league because maybe he had some private pictures in there, some penis shots or something like that, and he didn't want the NFL to see that. That's ridiculous. Anything that you don't want the NFL to see, you could have deleted. You could have deleted private information, and I'm sure they would have probably allowed him to scroll through it himself and just pull up information and text pertinent to the investigation. Nobody ain't trying to look at Brady Johnson. And nobody ain't trying to look at his naked wife. Nobody ain't trying to do that. And that's probably the biggest reason on why he's actually been suspended. From Ronald Cameron, I'm okay with Brady getting 4 games, but Belichick should have at least gotten 8 games. Yeah, that's what my good friend Skip Bayless said, that Belichick, even though they weren't able to prove anything on Belichick, it's a lack of institutional control. If he didn't know anything, damn it, he should have known something. And even Skip Bayless said give Belichick 8 games and Brady 4 games. From Sluggo, evidence doesn't have to be concrete, though. Ask Aaron Hernandez. That's right. That's a perfect example. And listen, I don't want you to get too far off track here. I am always of the belief that you're innocent until proven guilty. And 9 times out of 10, I believe that. And I argue that fact in a lot of these sports cases with dealing with athletes. But in this particular case, all you have to do is use your common sense. The balls didn't deflate themselves. This is kind of like an outlier. This is an exception to the rule to the fullest degree of that whole notion of, innocent until proven guilty. You know, right? This is common sense to me. You know, I grew up in the country. All right? I grew up in the country and keep it real simple. The balls didn't deflate themselves. Who did it? The equipment manager did it. Would the equipment manager do it on their own free will and accord and their own volition? No. Who would tell the ball boys to do it? Who would gain from having the balls deflated? Tom Brady. Tom Brady would. It's not even that hard. It's not that hard. So if you're out there talking about there's no proof, you don't need no damn proof in this case. You know the deal. You're not stupid. You know the deal. And I guess the NFL said, damn evidence. Tom Brady is responsible for this. And Bill Belichick knew, but we can't prove it. That's what it ultimately came down to. There's a buffer between Belichick, once again, and the equipment guy. And it's Tom Brady. So his ass got to go for 4 games. Should have been a whole damn season. And Belichick should have gone with his ass too. And it does tarnish their reputation. It does tarnish their legacy as far as the Super Bowls they've won in the NFL. It does. Forever when you think about Tom Brady, you're going to think about Deflategate. There's just no getting around it. There's no getting around it. The other part of this story is he going to come clean? Is he going to come clean? I don't think so. I don't think so. He probably should. He should probably come clean. He should probably cry and beg for forgiveness. And you know what America will do? They'll forgive him. They will. They will. He made a mistake. He was lying. You know, he probably needs to come clean, but he probably won't. But we'll see what happens with that. All right, when we get back from the break, I'm going to read more of your chat. Tribute Tuesday, paying tribute to the great Outcast on the Doug Stewart Show. Man, straight from the ATL, shouty. Outcast, them dudes. Yeah. So, more tribute to Outcast, more Deflategate talk. Man, I got to give props to the Atlanta Hawks when we get back. I hate that this story dropped on this day. Hawks get a big win last night in the playoffs. We'll talk about that. More of your calls, more of your chat. Up next on the Doug Stewart Show. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU.
The Doug Stewart Show.
the place where the real players play.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
The Doug Stewart Show.
That's a brand name. Like Pepsi, that's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it.
The Doug Stewart Show. If you ain't stewing, what the hell are you doing? Yeah! What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you, so they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. Hey, wait, get your hands off that dial. Now, today's show isn't live, but it's kind of live. As a matter of fact, it's very live. Yes! This is a rebroadcast of the Doug Stewart Show. Don't turn the dial. Stay here. Yeah, the Doug Stewart Show. In a constant battle against weak-ass sports talk, this is the Doug Stewart Show. And the number to call the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. We kind of like paying homage to Steph Curry in a crazy kind of twisted way. Because today I'm giving you my top 5 shooters in NBA history, as says Doug Stewart. Coming in at number 5 on my list is the great Dennis Scott, a.k.a. 3D. Now, let me just say this. Let me preface everything I'm going to say today. This is my list. And Dennis Scott might be a biased pick because he's, a good friend of me and the Two Live Stews in general, former Georgia Tech sharpshooter. But when you get a nickname like 3D, when you get a nickname like 3D, and at one point he was the all-time three-point shooter in the NBA, I think you deserve to be on the list of greatest shooters of all time. And the thing about Dennis Scott, man, is he just used to let it fly. I mean, real big arc on his shots. If you remember him, you can even go back to the college days with Lethal Weapon 3. It was a Dennis Scott, Kenny Anderson, and what was the other guy named? Brian Oliver. You remember Lethal Weapon 3 at Georgia Tech? If you're from Atlanta, I'm sure you do. But Dennis Scott, man, lighted it up. I mean, he lighted up. Not as established as these other guys as far as legendary status and a guy that's going to go in the Hall of Fame, obviously. But Dennis Scott comes in at number 5 on my list of best. And I kind of did this list based on partly their stats, their shooting touch, their form. One guy in particular they don't live up to that part of the equation as far as their form, and I'm sure you know who it is. But most of these guys are just like they were born shooters. You understand? It's almost like they weren't taught. They just came out of the womb just tossing it up. And Dennis Scott definitely falls under that category. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show. You can email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Birthdays today. Clay Matthews turns 29 years old today, the linebacker for the Green Bay Packers. George Lucas turns 71 years old today, the director of the Star Wars movies. Love Star Wars movies, man. I mean, we can do a top 5. We can do a top 5 Star Wars something at some point. I'm sure we will. Probably could have done it today, I guess. So he's 71 years old today. Rob Gronkowski is 26 years old today, which brings up another little topic. Did y'all see the story? Odell Beckham Jr. Actually got the cover of Madden over Rob Gronkowski. Congratulations to him. Now, I got to be honest with you. Well, let me talk about the story a little bit more. before I get back to the birthdays. I got to be honest with you. I would have never thought in a million gazillion years that Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ, I would have never thought in a million years that he'd beat out Rob Gronkowski in a fan-type voting situation, because Rob Gronkowski is all over the place. He's always making a spectacle of himself. He's always in the news. And not only that, he's a damn good player. He just won a Super Bowl. I mean, Odell Beckham Jr. is a youngster in relative terms. Last year was his first year. Even though he's fantastic and he's got a tremendous upside, I would have never, ever, bet in a million years that in a contest for, I guess, popularity that Odell Beckham Jr. would beat Rob Gronkowski in anything. Yeah, actually up for it was Gronkowski, Antonio Brown from the Pittsburgh Steelers, who's a fantastic, fun player to watch as well, and Patrick Peterson. He's a defensive back. You knew he wasn't going to win it. But it came down to Gronkowski and Beckham, and, Gronk won it. Congratulations. And it's his birthday. Damn, it's a good week for you. Gronkowski is an animal. I mean, he's like 6'6". I mean, you've seen the guy play. I don't even need to go into it. I mean, the guy's a freaking animal. I mean, he's part animal, part freaking caveman. But great skill. He can catch. He can run. I mean, it's a matchup nightmare for this guy. I mean, because he's bigger than everybody. He's quick enough and quicker than most linebackers and safeties. And he'll just, bully a freaking defensive back or a smaller player. So huge matchup problem with Rob Gronkowski. And so he's 26 years old today. Frank Gore is 32 years old today. Happy birthday to Frank Gore. Singer Shanice is 42 years old today. Shanice's claim to fame. I love your smile. Okay, I remember that. And then also she's married to comedian actor Flex. And also today is Raphael Sadiq's birthday, 49 years old. It never rains in Southern California. They tell me.
Damn it, that ain't even the right key.
That's my key. Stop hating on my darn singing skills.
The key is wrong.
Are you already nominated for a BPA? Oh, yes, you are. Don't worry about my singing skills. Yeah, we got to make sure and get this list together for this Boiled Peanuts Award. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. And if you're new to the show, ask somebody in the chat room what the boiled peanuts are. They'll tell you. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. Let me read some of your chat here from Fatboy McCoon. I picked the Hawks to win in 6, but they've been looking bad. Hawks still been looking nervous so far in the playoffs. They're not playing with the same spunk they have in the regular season. Yeah, something seems kind of off with the Atlanta Hawks. I will agree with you on that. And let's be honest, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, let's be honest. It came very close. They came very close to losing this game last night. I mean, Paul Pierce hits the last-second three-pointer, and they're up by 1, and by a miracle. I mean, by the grace of God, Al Horford positions himself there to make the tip-in for the last-second score and the win. So, yeah, Hawks could easily be down 3-2 going back to Washington. All right, I'm not naive, okay, but I just think that they got, what's that, Manifest Destiny? I think they got Manifest Destiny on their side. And they're going to win this series. And I'm not saying they're going to win the Eastern Conference Finals if they make it. I actually picked, if it came to a situation with the Hawks and the Cavaliers, who is probably going to be, I had to, kind of tilt to the side of the Cleveland Cavaliers. But I think them getting to the finals this year, building upon their team, and the organization seems like it's going in the right direction. I think if they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, win a game or two, win 2 games or so, I think it's a good year. I think it's a good year for the Hawks. But it's just too much, I think, to ask to beat a LeBron James-led basketball team in the playoffs. Now, once again, like I said earlier, this is a year where it can happen. You could steal a championship this year. I just wouldn't bet on it, especially seeing as the issues that the Cleveland Cavaliers have, no Kevin Love, that obviously messes up their chemistry a little bit to a degree, even though Kevin Love wasn't the Kevin Love that we saw for many years in Minnesota. They played an entire season with him in the rotation, in the starting lineup. So I'm sure there's certain things that they like to do, the spacing on the floor, that's going to kind of hurt them and their chemistry going forward. So could the Hawks beat the Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals? I think they could. Would I bet on it? Probably not, because that dude LeBron James is, he's pretty good as well. From Togo Uganda Coles, did Doug just compare Memphis to the old man from the tavern? Yes, I did. From Let Me, they not ready, Doug, and talking about, I don't know who you're talking about. I guess you're talking about Golden State. Or maybe you're agreeing with me, or maybe you're disagreeing with me and think that Memphis is not ready. I'm not sure. From Triple Digit, congrats, Vern, for your Rags beating my Caps last night. They're talking some hockey right there. We don't really do a lot of that around here. From Ronald Cameron, the Grizzlies are a good team, but they don't have consistent outside shooting. Yeah, that's the problem. If they had one, marksman shooter, if they had a Kyle Korver type player, or to a little bit lesser degree, a Steph Curry type player, they would have a better chance of winning this series. But they just don't have that. It's all inside. And if you notice what it seems like to me, it seems like Golden State's playing a lot of zone. They're just packing everything around the paint and not making it easy for Zach Randolph, for Marc Gasol. Anytime they touch the ball and they go up, they're highly contested. And they're just floating around the paint, man, and just daring the Grizzlies to beat them from the outside. And once again, as we just been talking about, they just don't have enough shooting for that to be possible. Let's see what we got here from Fail Pay. If we lose Game 6 in Washington, but win Game 7 here, post-game, we need Pastor Troy, Archie, and Baby D to come out and perform ATL Ho and send Paul Pierce ass home. There was no Tony Allen last night as well. Yeah, somebody emailed me. They sent me an email. I was like, what does ATL Ho? They see that. What does that mean? They see that all over their timeline on Twitter or whatever. ATL Ho is a song. It's a rap song by Pastor Troy. These cats that I'm pretty sure it's these cats. I don't know the exact artist that sang the song, so I'm going to take your word for it, Fell Pay. It's Pastor Troy, Archie, and Baby D. Some Atlanta, some Georgia rap royalty. And they had this song many years ago. I'm going to guess 10, 12, 13 years ago called ATL Ho, ATL Ho, ATL. And all I want to know is how did they get hoes involved with this? But anyway, it was kind of like, an anthem-type song here in Atlanta. So whenever Atlanta does anything good, Atlanta faithful will start screaming ATL Ho, yeah. From Nino the Rhino, Hawks fans hate Paul Pierce, but would take him on their team in a second. Yeah, but that's how fans work. That's what we do. I hate Paul Pierce's ass even more than y'all. Ooh, I can't stand that ninja. I cannot stand no damn Paul Pierce. I've told that story many, many times before. What else we got here? From Sluggo, the principal that made those derogatory comments at the commencement speech is looking for employment. She was fired. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that when we get back, all right? And I'm going to give you number 4 on my list of top 5 NBA shooters of all times. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. You've been thinking about starting that online store, right? And you do know e-commerce makes billions a year. That's right. I said billions with a B, okay? A B. Well, just do it and do it right with my friends at AmeriCommerce. AmeriCommerce is an easy-to-use tool to sell anything online, on Facebook, and through mobile phones. Over 100,000 merchants and website owners have chosen AmeriCommerce to handle their stores and customers. They have the most in-depth features in the industry, which include multiple storefronts, website management from one console, a Facebook shopping application, a mobilized, optimized website, and much more. Don't let eBay, Amazon, and Zappos get all the money. Get your piece of the pie, too. Click on their banner link on the DougStewartShow.com or the app link for more details. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there, all right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. I mean, even when the show's not live, it's still live. Yes! Yeah, you know what I mean. This is the Doug Stewart Show, a rebroadcast of the Doug Stewart Show. Yeah, that's what it is. The world's greatest chat room. The Doug Stewart Show on Spreaker.com. Thank you for joining your boy. This is hour number 2. Free Fall Friday, and shouts out to everybody in the chat room being totally interactive. I love new. In the famous words of Buckwheat. Yes, sir. About 15 minutes, man. We got this week's Boiled Penis Award coming up, so stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss that, man. I mean, that's a lot of fun. Every week we acknowledge somebody that's just a bust-ass. And we got a real strong contingent this week. Vern from Jersey, the Tree of Life, my own producer. I mean, shame. Brian Windhorse from the Puppet Factory. And James Harden paying maximum price for minimum, in relative terms, coochie. This ninja gave $100,000 to a chick, allegedly just for a date. I mean, that's just code word for, give me some Nusi whenever I want it. I understand you just can't come out and say that that you pay for Nusi, then you'd be labeled as Warren Sapp. You're just a trick on record at that point. And so he paid $100,000 for this chick's company, allegedly. And the guy plays the NBA. Not only is the guy playing the NBA, but the guy is kind of good. He's kind of recognizable. And he paid $100,000 for coochie, for Nutsi, for JJ. What's another term for that thing, the love box?
A purse.
That purse. Are you kidding me, James Harden? Oh, boy. But, yeah, so that's coming up in about 15 minutes. 404-382-0338. Let me read more of this chat from Chef Ivan the Great. Steph Curry should entertain S-Curl if they offer an endorsement deal. I can't hate, but he got taco meat on his head. Now, listen. I swear to you. What I am is I'm a professional pointer outer. Okay? And so I point things out. And I said it I don't know, probably 2 months ago, and I actually tweeted about it, that Steph Curry, to be so light-skinned as it did, got the nappiest head I've ever seen in my life. Man, an S-curl ain't going to do nothing for that. He got that nappy head, honestly, from the motherland. There ain't nothing can do anything with that. You can get an S-curl. You can get one of them Ultra Sheens. You can get that spray. You remember that spray back in the day, the Afro Sheen? You can get some of that Afro Sheen. Ain't nothing going to penetrate that naughty head that boy got. Bless his heart. Ain't nothing wrong with being nappy, happy and nappy. But damn, I mean, you just don't see that combination of light-skinnedness and naps. You just don't see that. That's next level naps. J-Rob, I'll take Curry over Harden. The Houston offense is so stagnant when Harden has the ball, and he always looks for contact and flops. Harden is a beast too, man. I mean, he's not that far behind Steph Curry because unlike anybody else that I can think of, you know what? Somebody that always used to get to the line, and I used to hate it because I was like, man, this guy gets to the line. I remember even making the statement, Dwayne Wade used to get to the line more than Michael Jordan used to get to the line. And that really used to bother me. Like, how can Dwayne Wade get to the line 20-something times a game that he routinely, did? And the only person that may get to the line more than Dwayne Wade on average is probably this James Harden, man. That first step is just crazy. He's a fantastic player. Wow. And my brother-in-law asked me a great question last night as well. And I'll just throw this out there. You can comment on Spreaker.com, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Who would you rather have? Would you rather have Steph Curry or Kyrie Irving right now? I couldn't really answer. Now, Steph right now on the surface is doing all these big things, and I've paid him much kudos over the last couple of weeks. But Uncle Drew ain't no joke either. Uncle Drew, if he was healthy right now, Uncle Drew will get you 50. Steph Curry, he'll get you 50, but I think that in my memory, Uncle Drew, I think Kyrie Irving has probably done it and had more of those bigger games, maybe even than Steph Curry. So that's a real tight one. There's some great guard play right now, especially point guard play in the NBA right now, man. Incredible players. You talk about Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. I mean, those guys, man. Ooh. Dollars and cents. Now, Doug, you can whoop some kids' asses. If something goes wrong with your little girl in college, instead of wanting to trip up little other kids, you can choke them out. Well, yeah, there's probably nothing going to happen. I told a story the other day about my daughter getting on the bus for the first time and kids being mean to them or to her, and I wanted to fight them. I don't think that's going to happen. She's off to college, man. She's grown. And I've already kind of pulled back the reins on her a little bit as far as restrictions. She's grown, man. I mean, when you go to college, that's it. She might be 18. She's not 21 yet. But, hell, she's going to go to college, and she's going to be out all night. She's going to party all night. She's going to go wherever she wants to go. So I need to start loosening it up. And I've made a conscious effort to start loosening up over the last couple of days, man. And she's like, she'll say, Daddy, can I go so-and-so? And where I would say, like, nah, it's too late or something like that, I'll be like, go ahead. And she looks at me with, like, this puzzled look in her face like, wait a minute, man, what's going on with you? So I haven't told her that, but I'm kind of loosening up the reins already, man, in preparation for her to be on her own, man. My baby girl is going to be on her own. It's tough, man. It's very tough. From Casey, James Harden probably had to spend another $100K last night to get someone to hang out with him. Man, I mean, in hindsight, hindsight is crazy. Should he have passed the ball? He really got tangled up when those guys jumped to his left side. Steph Curry doing that last night. It looks like a couple of guys were about to get wide open. And also another thing about that play last night, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, it seemed like his teammates didn't try to get the open spots quick enough. It was almost like in their mind, they knew dude was going to try to shoot it. They didn't even try to get open. And they didn't even try to get open. They didn't even try to get back on the other end of the court, really. It was only like 3 guys off the team on that side of the court. The other 2 guys, it seemed like a couple of guys were still on the other side of the court. Watching dude. From 9-0 the Rhino, strippers are hookers and trade. I'm not going to say that, man. I'm sure there are a lot of strippers out there that strip, just so they can pay their college tuition. I'm sure there are. But if you ask every stripper, they'll tell you that's why they strip. But I'm sure there are one or two strippers in this country that actually take their clothes off so that they can go to college, pay for college. And I'm sure some of them do it solely just to put food in their kids' mouth. I'm sure there's a couple of them. I'm not going to say strippers are hookers in training. Detroit Matt, Windhorst wins hands down. Brian Windhorst is a strong candidate for this week's Boiled Peanuts Award. I got to be honest with you. From Scotty, Harden is a ball stopper. His game resembles Melo game, yet because he is popular and in commercials, he gets a pass. I don't think Harden and Melo's game resemble that much. I understand what you're saying. They hog the ball. They are volume shooters. They take a lot of shots. I get that. But Melo, a lot of his game is really done on the post, more so. Not totally, but more so his game is on the post and using his body and his size to his advantage more so than Harden. Harden is all three-pointers and taking your ass to the cup. That's all he does. There's no in-between really that I can think of. From Vince Wright, Curry showing us why he is the MVP. From Kaza Kaza, I saw some of the Hawks at Bass Pro last night picking out fishing equipment and bait. How dare you, sir? The series isn't over. The series isn't over. Anything can happen. Hell, you saw what happened between the Rockets and the Clippers the other night. Anything can happen. I'm gonna hold out hope. Not a lot of hope. But, at this point, I'm not ready to say. I mentioned earlier how I think that Houston can go home and get a win, possibly even two. If the Hawks don't win the night, chances are probably about 80, 90% that they'll get swept. That's just the real talk. If they lose this game tonight, probably going to get swept because they'll be defeated mentally, not just physically dominated, but mentally. I just think that it's just too much, and they'll go on the road, and Cleveland will win Game 3 with all the emotion of being at home and knowing that you're, an arm's distance to making it to an NBA final, so you know that fans are going to be hyped. Cleveland will definitely win Game 3, and because they win Game 3, the psychology of sports says to the Hawks, we aren't going to win the series. We're not going to give our best effort. And not that they'll intentionally do that, but subconsciously they'll probably do that. So the Hawks don't win tonight, man. It's probably going to be a wrap. It's probably going to be a sweep. And I hate to say that. But that's real. But I'm holding out faith that they can get it done tonight. Hopefully they can get it done tonight. Go Hawks. ATL ho. You notice I'm not as strong with that ATL ho, right? Come on, man. Come on, Hawks. All right, don't go away. Up next, Boiled Peanuts Award. Don't go away. You've been thinking about starting that online store, right? And you do know e-commerce makes billions a year. That's right. I said billions with a B, okay? A B. Well, just do it and do it right with my friends at AmeriCommerce. AmeriCommerce is an easy-to-use tool to sell anything online, on Facebook, and through mobile phones. Over 100,000 merchants and website owners have chosen AmeriCommerce to handle their stores and customers. They have the most in-depth features in the industry, which include multiple storefronts, website management from one console, a Facebook shopping application, a mobilized, optimized website, and much more. Don't let eBay, Amazon, and Zappos get all the money. Get your piece of the pie, too. Click on their banner link on the DougStewartShow.com or the app link for more details. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. Once again, that's Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there, all right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. Hey, yo! What up, America? What up, world? This is the Doug Stewart Show. Man, shouts out to all of the Stewies, man. Shouts out to all of y'all. I really do appreciate it. All the love. I mean, pat me on my back for my rendition of New Edition earlier. I mean, thank you, man. I mean, come on. Thank you. I mean, I do all of this for you on the Doug Stewart Show. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. Yes, Tree?
What planet are you on? Are you, still really excited about last night and graduation?
Oh, I'm very excited about last night.
You're not present?
I'm on this planet. What are you talking about?
Your ears. Are your ears okay?
My ears are fine. I mean, my ears are fine.
Because I thought I heard you pat yourself on the back.
Yes, I did, for my rendition of Can You Stay in the Rain? Yes. I mean, can you not read this chat? Do you not read this chat? Did you not hear my rendition of Can You Stand the Rain earlier? You need to clean the sugar daddy out your ears. How about that?
I heard your rendition of Can You Stand the Pain. Can You Stand the Rain?
What?
Is a different song.
Shut up! What are you talking about? I mean, everybody loved it. That's why you're nominated for this Boiled Penis Award, Tree, for comments just like that. You asked me before we did the Boiled Penis Award to read this chat. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this chat, and you said something dealing with my rendition of Can You Stand the Rain earlier, and that I should hold up the voting for Boiled Penis for one segment until I read this chat. And so that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to read this chat. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Aaron Hernandez, quickly, pleads not guilty to witness intimidation, and he has a new tattoo. Have y'all seen this? Former NFL player Aaron Hernandez sporting a new neck tattoo while making his first appearance in court since being sentenced to life in prison for murder. All right, footnote that. Pleaded not guilty on Thursday to a charge he tried to silence a witness in a separate double murder case by shooting him in the face. All right? Then, I guess the people in court witnessed, and there's photos of it, the tattoo on the right side of his neck includes the word Lifetime above a star. Now, you can't see the bottom part of this tattoo. Now, it's a violation of Massachusetts prison regulations to get a tattoo. To tattoo someone else or to possess tattoo paraphernalia while incarcerated. Possible sanctions include disciplinary detention for up to 10 days and loss of privileges such as television or radio for up to 60 days. Hernandez was sent to segregation unit earlier this week for acting as a lookout while another prisoner went into an inmate cell to fight. Are you kidding me? Wait a minute. Where's my paper at? Hold on. Where's my paper at, man? I'm going to add Aaron Hernandez. Last second BPA for Aaron Hernandez. There it goes right there. I'm adding Aaron Hernandez to this list of Boiled Peanuts nominees because This man has just went full Oz on us. This man went and got a tattoo in jail, and it looks like a professionally done tattoo. It almost looks like one of the prison guards snuck him out and took him to a tattoo parlor on his neck. Visible. You're not supposed to get tattoos, but the man got a visible tattoo that everybody can see, even when he's wearing a suit. And then he was a lookout for a prison fight. Are you kidding? Aaron Hernandez nominated for a ball.
Hey, he's just trying to get in where he fits in. He's like, all right, I'm going to be up in this piece.
Right.
I might as when in Rome, do as the Romans.
Yeah, but he's going to get up on this list. Aaron N. Hernandez. The F-O-R-D. Period. Aaron Hernandez is nominated for a Boyle Penis Award. Unbelievable. This guy's a lunatic. I mean, I think he's really a lunatic. I mean, it's clinical with Aaron Hernandez. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Togo, Uganda Coles. Don't ask for donations today. What? Huh? Suddenly Doug Stewart is this week's BPA frontrunner. Huh? Is Togo saying don't ask for donations because of something that happened on the show today? What does he talk about? Fred Mack. Doug sounds like Doc Rivers singing. What? Doc Rivers can sing? Oh, okay. Doc Rivers can sing. Okay. I didn't know Doc could sing like your boy. From Craig O. Doug, you owe me a dog because mine just killed himself because of your damn singing. I love that dog. Your dog killed himself? That's your dog's problem.
Sleep, damn it.
K3000, I'm the first to sign a class action lawsuit. Who win me a class action lawsuit about what, sir? Bussa, BPA to Doug Stewart. Huh? Wait a minute. Is this planted? I saw all the congratulations and all the pats on the back in the chat room earlier, and somehow they've disappeared, and now I see all this negative Nancy stuff. Tree, did you do this?
Daughter.
Tree, did you do this?
Graduation, Douglas.
Let me keep reading, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. J. Rob, Tree, if you stop Doug singing, we will renege your BPA nomination. Huh? Bussa, Doug, just heard his voice. Star-Lord, I see why you got kicked out of New Edition. Wait a minute. Back up, Jack. Shut up. Studio audience, y'all are out of control today. I mean, seriously, we're going to talk about this. We're going to have to take y'all into Larry's office after this show. Vince Wright, BPA for the host. Miss Mocha Bella, Doug, I hope you don't sing the wifey stew. Quasicoto Hoochu, Haduchu, however the hell you say your name, man. Q. Another BPA nomination, Nino the Rhino, BPA. That ninja, you just cracked my damn phone screen. What? Where's all of this coming from? Who's putting y'all up to say these things? Who's putting y'all? Okay, Tree, jump on for a second. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show.
And you know what is so sad?
Did you prompt these people to say these nasty things to me on Spreaker.com?
You know what?
I mean, it's jealousy. Tree, we know that you sing. But you don't have to be the only person that can sing. Okay, I can see it. What do the kids call it? Hating? Is that what's going on here, Tree? Are you hating on Doug Stewart? I thought we were cool, Tree. I thought we were cool.
And you listeners in here trying to go in on me right now saying that I'm throwing steak. Y'all wrote that ish. I did not write it.
Wait a minute. I don't know what's going on here, but I don't
think I'm deflecting.
I don't
truth is truth.
Right. Maybe, and you know what? Maybe that's what's going on here. Oh, I get it now. Oh, I get it. I'm from the country, so once in a while it takes me a second. Let me back up for a second. Let me get this. So I get it now. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So if I am nominated and all of these people have these chronicled on-record votes for me as the Boyle Penis winner, then you don't win the Boyle Penis Award, huh, Tree, huh? Is that how it works?
The people.
You've evaded.
The people have spoken.
You've evaded this Boiled Penis Award for the last couple of weeks, Tree, and a lot of times people feel like you deserve it, and you haven't won it yet, and it's all on the fair and the up and up. But I don't like this, Tree. I mean, this isn't good. This isn't a good look. This isn't a good look. Oh, I see. I thought we were on the same team. Because clearly, I knocked that Can You Stand the Rain rendition out of the park. Clearly. Okay, now the studio audience is coming to their senses. Thank you. All right. So when we get back, you don't want to miss this. When we get back, somebody getting the Boiled Penis Award. Don't go away, the Doug Stewart Show.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
I'd been talking about red rice, frogmore stew. Another one on the list, on number 13 on this list, is penis taste better boiled. Yes. And as God is my witness, my wife did not know people boiled penis and ate them. She did not. My wife's from Ohio. And yes, boiled penis, if cooked right, are the bomb.
Sports talk. Straight, no chaser.
All right, so I got to clear something up. and I don't even know why anybody's mind would even work like this, but evidently it's becoming a topic of conversation. In the last segment, I was talking about boiled peanuts, okay, that come from out of the ground, not boiled peanuts. And so, evidently there's some talk in the chat room about Doug talking about boiled man parts. No, peanuts. I'm trying to say it as slow as I can. Peanuts, okay? What is it, P-E-A-N-U-T-S? Peanuts. No, man, not boiled peanuts. Come on, man. And I see Vern in here. Damn you, Vern. Ugh. Y'all know what the hell I was saying. This is the Doug Stewart Show. This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area, all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the number one thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta, where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this. You own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736, or online at System5electronicsinc.com. That's System5electronicsinc.com. Penis tastes better boiled.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to begin our study of the male erection. We are adults. Now, I want everybody together to go ahead and say, penis, penis, penis.
Penis tastes better. Penis tastes better. Penis tastes better boiled.
Come on, y'all, say it.
No, man. P-nuts. I'm trying to say it as slow as I can. P-nuts. P-E-A-N-U-T-S. P-nuts. Y'all know what the hell I was saying.
Come on, y'all, say it.
And the moment you all been waiting for. This weekend's edition of the Boyle Penis Award has finally arrived. And, man, we got some great contestants this week. And the Boyle Penis is, in effect, an award that goes to the Buster of the Week in the world of sports, entertainment, and beyond. Yes. Boiled penis. It's a long story on the origin, but just ask somebody in the chat room. They'll tell you about it. So let's look at these candidates, man. A lot of deserving nominees once again. The first nominee is Vern from New Jersey. Vern actually called up here mad about his New York Knicks, that I was talking trash about his Knicks and this, that, and the other. Vern is not going to be this week's Boyle Penis Award winner because, I mean, hell, he's a Knicks fan. That's enough pain and suffering. So I know he was just emotional. He called up here after the NBA draft lottery, and his team is going to be terrible again for another year. They're doing this consecutively for 40-something years. They just suck and haven't won an NBA title. So I'm not mad at Vern. I put some buckshot in your ass when you keep calling up here, but I'm not mad at you, Vern. I totally understand, so you're not going to win. Then we had Aaron Hernandez, who was a late entry. Aaron Hernandez is going full Oz on our ass. The man's watching out for fights in jail, getting tattoos. He's just going Oz, all right? But I'm not gonna allow him to do it. I guess, like Tree said earlier, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, he's trying to get more acclimated to his surroundings. He's trying to fit in, so I get it. So Aaron Hernandez isn't going to win the Boyle Penis Award this week. Then you had the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life, man. Tree corrected me a couple times this week. She led an all-out propaganda campaign against me to add me to the Boyle Penis Award nominees. So she's very deserving. She's very deserving. Let's footnote her. Let's put a tack in her name and hold up for a second. Then we've got James Harden. The man paid $100,000 allegedly for some nudity. I mean, who does that? But ultimately, we decided as a staff and as the listeners, the Stewies, everybody in the chat room, they have a part in the voting as well. We decided as a show that we're not going to give it to James Harden because, in the famous words of T.I., it ain't tricking if you got it. And as crazy and as obscene as it sounds for a man to give a lady $100,000 for some nudity, I mean, he got it evidently. And so I guess it's okay. And he ain't sweating it, so why should we? So James Harden isn't going to win it this week. And thus, your winner for this week's Boyle Penis Award is where's the sound effect? Brian Windhorse. The ESPN basketball insider that basically went in on children all over the world and calling out Riley Curry's appearance at the post-game press conference the other night. So, Brian Windhorst, man, I mean, strong contenders this week. I mean, for Tree not to win this Ball Penis Award, but once again, she evades it. And Brian Windhorst is this week's Boiled Penis Award winner. Thank you for your voting, man. Overwhelmingly, in reading the chat, I think that people wanted Brian Windhorst to win this thing, and rightfully so. I mean, the guy went against children. I mean, not only does Trick love the kids, but the Doug Stewart Show love the kids too. So this week's winner is Brian Windhorst. And Tree, you dodged another one. Tree. Golly. How do you keep doing this, Tree?
Baby haters, there's no place in this world for that.
I mean, there's no place in the world for baby haters. And Tree, I'm going to keep it real with you. I mean, I had all intention because I think you led some type of mini revolt against me, which, by the way, is never going to happen. I'm never going to win the Ball Penis Award, so you can just cancel it right now, Jack. But I think you led some type of mini revolt against me, kind of like in a stake-throwing tactic to take attention away from yourself. But once again, I mean, what can I say? Strong competition, and you prevail. Or actually, you don't prevail. And Brian Windhorst wins, and you actually stay unscathed once again, Tree. Congratulations.
What you can say is congratulations to Brian, and what you can do is not sing next time.
Huh? Well, I didn't hear that last part. Speak into the microphone. Oh, okay. I thought I didn't hear that right. All right, this is the Doug Stewart Show, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Ray Rice is in the news. A New Jersey judge dismissed domestic violence charges against Ray Rice on Thursday after the former Baltimore Raven running back completed his pretrial intervention program. Congratulations to Ray Rice. Getting child abuse off your record is a good thing, no matter how you look at it. Now the question is, will Ray Rice even play football again? I mean, he's a little bit older. He's a little bit long in the tooth. Smaller running back already from the start. And then add this to his resume as well. I don't know if a team's going to pick him up. Numbers have been going down over the last couple of years. I'm not sure if Ray Rice gets another shot in the NFL. I think that he might. It might be one of those situations where after training camp and there's a couple of injuries, a team calls him in for a workout, and then they sign him. They do a big press conference. He apologizes again. Maybe he even cries, which is very important. I mentioned that a couple of weeks ago about Tom Brady. All he has to do is cry, and America is ready and willing to forgive him. So maybe Ray Rice does something like that, hires a PR firm or whatever, comes out and apologizes and cries, and it might be all good, but it's going to be real tricky on that count. All right, 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. From J.B. Jennings. Doug, you still singing? Damn, bruh. What is it? What are they talking about? What this chat about me singing earlier? I don't get this. Niner for Life. Doug, keep doing sports talk. I used to love that song. What song? What? Stay in the Rain? Oh, my gosh. I mean, that's one of my favorite songs of all time. I mean, I actually feel like singing it again. I think I'll do. Okay, right. I'm getting hold up from the producers and the studio audience saying just hold up on singing again. Just stick to the conversation at hand right now and reading the chat. So I'll do that. I might sing it for you a little bit later. From Miss Mocabella, Tree, make Doug stop, cut his mic off. Huh? What? I don't understand none of that stuff, man. None of that stuff that they're talking about right there. I don't get that at all. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. This segment is brought to you by National Debt Relief. They're one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, specializing in debt settlement. And they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditors and collection accounts all over the world. Core services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, an alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. All right, so give them a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out. And make sure and tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Get your stuff together, man. Been there, done that. Creditors, people calling your damn house and whatnot, asking for money. I ain't got it. He ain't got it. E is a low country term for I ain't or I don't. We just combine words. We kind of like shorten terms in South Carolina. And so when you hear somebody say that's short for I ain't got or I don't have, more correctly. 404-382-0338. Let me grab a call. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Doug Stewart, what it do? John Fisher in the building.
John Fisher, what up, baby? How you doing, John?
I was doing great, man, but now my Friday is ruined, dog. I'm depressed, dog.
What's wrong with your Friday, man?
Man, Tree, once again, better defense than Bernard Hopkins, Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, better defense than anybody I've ever seen in the world. Like, it's 8 times, dog.
Hey, man, what can I say, man? Every week there's somebody that does something so silly that they overwhelm the voting and they push Tree out for the Boiled Peanuts Award winner. I don't know, man. What do you do? What do you do?
Man, we just gotta give her like a month off and even being nominated, man. You messing with our blood pressure. You messing with my emotions, dog. I feel like Big Worm right now.
What else you got for me, man, John Fisher?
I ain't got nothing else, dog, man. My Friday is ruined, dog.
Hey, thanks for the call, man. 404-382-0338. Shouts out to you, John Fisher. Man, people feel some type of way about Tree dodging that Boiled Peanuts again. But once again, what can I do when your competition is a dude that paid $100,000 for the Newtsy, even though he didn't win because it ain't tricking if you got it, and a guy that's going in on babies? I mean, come on. I mean, who's going to beat that? Hey, come on. I did what I had to do. Y'all did what y'all had to do, and y'all voted Brian Windhorst as this week's Boiled Peanuts Award winner. I mean, y'all did that, not me. Y'all did that. Ultimately, it's your say. If you say Tree should get it, Tree will get it. If you say Tree should get it, the Tree of Life will get it. But y'all overwhelmingly said that Brian Windhorst should win that award this week, so he did. I mean, I'm the people's champ. I give the people what they want. People want to see toe-to-toe, I go toe-to-toe. People don't want to see defensive fights like Floyd Mayweather. They say we want to see brawling. They want to see fighting. So what I do, I provide the people what they want. I'm the Mike Tyson of providing people of what they want. Knockouts. That's a great analogy by me. All right, up next, man. Look at the time, man. We're going to wrap today's show up. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. System 5 Electronics is proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area System 5 Electronics is proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's just a few reasons to choose System 5. Not only is their monitoring station located here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own your security alarm system once it's installed. Not only have they been around for almost 25 years, but their customer service is excellent. And you get direct access to the owner, Mr. Maceo Brown, to resolve any issues with your alarm system. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736. And make sure and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Yes!
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
In a constant battle against weak-ass sports talk, this is the Doug Stewart Show, the realest, trillest, most unfiltered show in America. Shouts out to the ATL Hawks as they try to get it done tonight. A little welcome to Atlanta. This segment is brought to you by Ticket Liquidator. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers to give you the opportunity to attend the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. The goal is to bring you more tickets, better service, and lower prices so that you can be there to witness the best of the world of entertainment, culture, and sports has to offer. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call them at 855-638-3034. Write the number down just for future reference if you need tickets for anything. 855-638-3034. And just mention kind of, casually that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Yes, Tree, you had your hand raised.
Oh, yeah, now I got to raise my hand to speak. Okay, so.
You dodged another one, Tree. You dodged another one. You did.
Thank you for playing Welcome to Atlanta, because I was feeling some kind of way. Last week, you were all, Pastor Troy is on, and pep rally, and I just feel like just because they lost one game that everyone's like, oh, all right. Fair weather.
Yeah.
Where's your faith? Where is your faith in those things that are not seen? And you're looking at the facts.
Right. And I know I sound kind of defeated on this Hawks thing, and I think a lot of the city doesn't have the same fervor that we did in that Game 6 against Washington. But I think it's just the manner. I think sports fans are looking at the manner in which the Hawks lost Game 1, and then you add on top of it the injury to Damari Carroll. We're kind of deflated. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't think the Hawks can still do it and pull off a miracle, but the manner in which they lost that Game 1, man, it doesn't lend itself to the Hawks winning this series. And I know that's negative, and I'm always trying to be positive, but I think that's what's going on, Tree.
We need to turn that around, because they need all of our energy. They need positive energy. Propel them.
You're right. They need positive energy. You're exactly right. Let's go Hawks. Let's go Hawks. ATL, ho. Let's go Hawks. They can get it done. You're right. let's end today's show on a good note. Let's go Hawks. They can get it done. They can get it done. Speaking of in today's show, Monday, don't forget, national holiday. So we will not be doing the Doug Stewart Show live, but we will be playing a broadcast of a former show, of a past show. So still tune in if you're just sitting around, and you're on your computer, just turn it on. We have some choice cuts, the best of the Doug Stewart Show on Monday. I mean, we deserve a holiday too. A lot of family in town at my house. My daughter graduated from high school last night, which is an incredible feeling to see your daughter walk that stage, get her diploma, and now she's headed off to the next stage of her life. Oh, boy, I give my right pinky to go back to being a freshman at South Carolina State College right now. I mean, you can cut half of it off, just like Ronnie Lott. Ronnie Lott me! If I could go back to college right now, be a freshman again. Maybe not a freshman, maybe not a crab, maybe a sophomore. No, but you know what? A freshman, I wasn't a traditional freshman at South Carolina State. All right, my freshman year, for people that don't know, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, I actually went to a small college in upstate South Carolina named Newberry College on a football scholarship. Went there for a year, transferred to South Carolina State. So when I was at Newberry, I was on the football team and, had a little bit of cachet, I guess, with that. And then I transferred to South Carolina State. And so I was a little bit older, had already experienced the college thing. So I wasn't like a traditional freshman. So I wasn't like what they used to call freshmen at State were crabs. I wasn't a traditional crab back then. Had little ladies. And then technically my freshman year in college as well at South Carolina State, I pledged Omega Psi Phi. So I had a little bit more cachet with that as well. I was balling. I had a couple ladies. I was doing the damn thing. So I wasn't the traditional freshman. So, yeah, I'd want to go back and be a freshman right now at South Carolina State University. I'll give you half my pinky. Yes, sir. So a very exciting time in her life. I see everybody posting pictures online, graduations and this, that, and other. It's basketball season. Like I mentioned earlier, got a lot of family in town. My mother's here. My daughter's aunts, uncles are here. A lot of them are here. We're going to have this little graduation party tonight. Fun-filled time of the year, man. Fun-filled time of the year. If you got kids that are graduating, nephews or whatever, man, tell them congratulations from TDSS. The Doug Stewart Show. That's the acronym. In all seriousness, congratulations. Let me read a couple of chat messages before I get out of here today and get this holiday weekend off. From that ninja, Doug, he's in jail. What do you think he's going to do? It's called prison. That's exactly right. You're exactly right. From Sandman, hey, man, Aaron Hernandez got to survive behind them walls. He better do what the inmates tell him to do. He ain't getting out anyway. And I'm pretty damn sure that's a new blood tat. Wow. I don't know all of the ins and outs of gang tattoos. The 47th problem, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. You are right. Aaron Hernandez is a straight-up lunatic. He gave up the fame, money, and most importantly, his family for the gangster life? Damn. This is one of the most unbelievable stories that I've ever heard of in my life. I mean, ever. And I've been doing this for well over a decade. We're coming up on like 15 years of doing this. And there's been a lot of crazy stories involving athletes over the years, man. But this story, when you really sit back and think about it, about Aaron Hernandez, is just unbelievable, man. And all the particulars and the variables of the story, his money, his fame, just signed a new deal with the Patriots, like $30 million guaranteed, something crazy. I don't remember the exact number. To do what he did, and now he's actually playing out this prison life like he's a real, straight-up gangster. It's crazy to me. From Chico the Alpha, BPA to Doug's entire family for telling that ninja the truth about singing. What are you talking about? I can't give my family a BPA, Chico the Alpha. That's disrespectful. From the 47th problem. Yes! Windhorse deserved every bit of that BPA. I agree. From Texas Tide, tree hiding behind that Tree's hiding better than Osama. Hey, what do you say? What do you say? Tree has dodged it once again. From Grego, that damn pencil. What are you talking about? From Vince Wright, Doug is running my BPA awards, and Ray Rice had Tree as a lawyer. Or ruining, I'm sorry. Doug is ruining my BPA awards. Vince Wright actually is the person that came up with the idea to give an award weekly to the Buster of the Week. And he said we should call it the Boiled Peanuts Award. So thank you, Vince. Vince, one thing I'll say about that, the fact that you actually came up with the whole idea of the Boiled Peanuts Award means that you have a lifetime exemption. You'll never win it, Vince. That's a good thing. The voting may not go your way or who you think should win it that particular week, but, I mean, you're never going to win it, Vince. From KC, Tree Taylor is like the cops. She does a lot of questionable things, but never is held accountable. Yeah. I mean, you can say that. From Grego, you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. From Grego, the BPA is on the Florida voting system. Man, what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Grego? Come on, Grego. Are you not entertained, Grego? Huh? Come on, man. Ain't nothing on no Florida voting system. This thing is all on the up and up. It's all on the up and up. Shouts out to all of the Stewies for all of the posts, man, and all the total interaction on this show and the entire week shows on the Doug Stewart Show. Thank y'all, man. Be careful out there on the streets this weekend. Shouts out to the Tree of Life, producer for the Doug Stewart Show, Waterhead Walter, Dwayne Vasson, Gerald Oliveri. Thank y'all so much. Once again, Monday is a taped edition of the Doug Stewart Show, but it's still going to be fun. Tune in if you can. Continue to pass the word. We'll do it again live on Tuesday, all right? Same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Peace.